Hi, this is Josh Wright, Business Development Manager at Moehn Auto Group in Jackson, Michigan. Thank you so much for your interest in this 2001 Toyota Corolla, 151,000 miles. This was actually a daily driver for our customer that traded it in for something a little bit newer. This vehicle is available for sale. We will disclose, however, that this has not been inspected by a mechanic. It also has not been detailed. We actually call these wholesale to the public. So what happened was we frequently get these vehicles in kind of like this, where it was a customer's daily driver, not necessarily anything extremely wrong with it per se, but it just doesn't fall into the same standards that our normal pre-owned vehicle lot consists of, where we have to run it through a reconditioning process, detail, and do things like that. So we sell these vehicles as is, not necessarily meaning that there's any problems with them, but we do highly recommend that you bring somebody, if you're not mechanically inclined yourself, to do an inspection on these and just make sure it's going to be something that's going to fit your needs. I'm doing this video just to disclose anything that I would want to know before coming out and looking at a pre-owned vehicle. So we'll start off here on the front. Front end is actually in really good shape for the year and the miles in consideration. This vehicle is almost 19 years old. But it does have a couple of small stone chips on the front, but nothing too major. A little bit of hazing on the front headlamps. From what I understand, you can actually take a high grit sandpaper, like a 12 or a 1500 grit, and sand that down a little bit, and those things will actually look a lot newer if you feel so inclined to do that. But that does not affect the drivability. It still functions properly. A little bit of a dent right here, but nothing too major there. This thing has fairly new tires on it. I'm not sure exactly how much tread depth is left on these, but quite a bit of tread depth. This is also an economy vehicle, so it has a smaller wheel, which means that they're going to be pretty affordable if and when you need to put those on there. But that is nothing you'd have to worry about anytime soon. Like I said, we do not disclose these, so a lot of this on the side of this is dirt. You do have a little bit of rust starting here at the rear, but nothing too major given the vehicle's age here. Like I said, this is exactly the way the vehicle was traded into us. We don't clean these or anything like that. So the interior is in actually pretty good shape. I mean, a little bit of dirt on the floors, but no huge stains or anything gross on the inside. A non-smoker vehicle, so it doesn't have any weird smells or anything like that. Got your glove box right here. Look at that. Even somebody bought this certified pre-owned, it looks like. And here's the original owner's manual. So. Around to the back seat here. Like I said, the interior is actually in pretty good condition given that it's a cloth interior. So this was something that was probably well maintained. Rear quarter panel's in good shape. No dents or anything like that. Back end's got a few cosmetic flaws here. You got a little bit of chip painting here and peeling here, but nothing that's too dramatic or that would affect the drivability of the vehicle or anything. Still has manual keys here, so no keyless entry. So it does have a decent sized trunk. It does have the spare tire as well. A little bit of rust on this rear quarter panel area here. I will say it looks like there's actually maybe even more tread depth on these back tires. These are a Goodyear tire as well, so somebody did invest some money in these tires and would last you quite a long time. It does have power windows and locks. We'll disclose that as far as an option goes. Power windows, power locks. It does have a power mirror here, as well as cruise control. What else could you want? Go ahead and start the vehicle up. AM, FM. Oh my goodness, a cassette tape. I actually forgot the name. Been a while since I've done a video on a vehicle that has a cassette deck in it. So, little cubby hole here, it looks like. I did verify the AC does work, so definitely noticeably cooler, so the air conditioning does work. Probably something you'd want to know, especially given the time of year. It does get quite hot. Got an auxiliary port right there. Another small cubby hole right here. So 151,759 miles. Now I will disclose there is an SES or a check engine light. From what I understand, the previous owner kind of disclosed that it did not affect the drivability of the vehicle. You know, so like I said, I mean, that is an as-is vehicle. This could be something as simple as, you know, an emissions issue, you know, some sort of sensor that's, you know, reading something it shouldn't in the engine. But like I said, you know, our previous owner did disclose that it was a daily driver and they never really had any problems with it. Here's the engine compartment. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know exactly what to look for, but the engine seems to be running good. So the vehicle is still currently available. We do have a time frame, typically 10 to 15 days. If the vehicle is not had any interest, we'll just go ahead and send it to the auction. If you have any questions or concerns, or if you're interested in scheduling an appointment to see this vehicle, please give me a call. My direct line is 517-841-7689. 517-841-7689. Again, it's Josh Wright with Art Main. Thank you.